the man never expected. He had clearly fought for the kingdom for a full 67 years, but in the end, the king assigned him to a desolate grassland as its lord. This made Jack extremely desperate, so he decided to sleep one night and then leave this place. But unexpectedly, the next morning, he was awakened by a white-haired girl. She questioned him about why he stepped onto this grassland. Jack immediately explained that someone had told him to live here. As for the purpose, it was simply not wanting to die. After hearing this, Lisa's horn lit up with a glow. This was their unique magic. Red represented danger. Colorless represented no hostility. As for the cyan that had just appeared, it meant someone who could bring them happiness and blessings, but she still didn't believe it. She questioned Jack again whether he was her ally or enemy. Jack thought for a moment. This was his own territory, which meant Lisa was his subject. So he decisively answered, "I am your ally. No matter what happens, I will protect you." Lisa's horn once again emitted a dazzling glow. Although she didn't understand why the glow was so strong, she still chose to bring Jack back to the tribe. Soon Jack met the chief of the tribe. For someone who could make the horn emit cyan light, she was also very interested. So she asked if he was also willing to consider her as an ally. Jack said of course. The king had sent him to be the lord here. The people here were all residents of the territory. After hearing this, Lisa immediately entered battle mode, but the chief told her not to rush. First let Jack explain how the king appointed him as lord. After learning that Jack had achieved great military merit and was then sent here, the chief breathed a sigh of relief, because they were actually not Jack's subjects. Their race had long fought against Jack's kingdom, all for the ownership of this grassland. But 67 years ago, they lost, and were forced to leave the grassland. Jack was curious why they had fled, yet were still able to live here now. The chief explained that the horn could store magic, and use various kinds of magic. One of them was concealment magic. This power could hide the village, so when Jack arrived on the first day, he hadn't noticed any residents. And aside from concealment magic, the most used was soul identification magic, which could distinguish enemies from allies. Jack was a very rare cyan, meaning he was someone they could get along with, so they were willing to help Jack become the lord here, and would provide him with housing and food. But in exchange, Jack could not tell anyone about the village. Jack agreed. As long as there was no conflict with the kingdom, the villagers could freely live on the grassland. The chief was very satisfied after hearing this. She told Lisa to take care of Jack's daily life during this time, so he could quickly get used to life on the grassland. Lisa immediately refused, but the chief said, "This is the person you brought. You must take full responsibility." In the blink of an eye, it was the next day. Jack's house had already been assembled. He was very grateful to those who helped with the work, but the other horned people didn't really welcome him. After finishing, they immediately left. As for Lisa, it was about the same. She only gave a simple lesson on living skills. First was the main source of income here. It was by raising a certain livestock, then letting them breed in pairs, which increased their numbers and provided stable income. And if one wanted to earn money quickly, then they had to go hunting. Take 6 or 7 bottles of special powder, just scatter it and it would attract beasts. Then bring the hunted meat and hides back to the village, and exchange them for more houses. After hearing this, Jack immediately set out. He liked this kind of thing that didn't require thinking.
とりあえず全部言っておくか。あとは獣が来るのを待つだけか。おお、なんといるんだ。あれを全部枯れたらユルトを何軒かはもらえそうだな。よし。これ
Although he hunted quite a lot, Jack didn't know how to carry it all back. He could only carry one back to his house. He thought bringing back so little would surely make Lisa laugh at him, but unexpectedly, she marveled at Jack's strength. On his first hunt, he managed to kill a black yak. That was quite manly. Jack said he had killed about 30 or so, but he couldn't carry them all back. After hearing this, Lisa admired Jack even more. It was her first time seeing someone so manly, so she immediately called the village men to bring back all the black yaks Jack had killed. As for the manliness Lisa kept mentioning, Jack was curious what it meant. The chief explained, it was how they evaluated a man's worth here, whether hardworking or strong. All of it together was called manliness. Jack was a bit puzzled after hearing this. Like if someone was good-looking or talkative, what about them? The chief looked disdainful. Can good looks or talkativeness fill your stomach? If you marry a man without manliness, even the children will go hungry. And Lisa was not only beautiful but also hardworking. If someone wanted to marry her, the bride price had to be higher. Jack immediately said it was a misunderstanding. He had never thought about such a thing, but the chief said it didn't matter. Even if the races were different, they could still have offspring. 6 or 7 hours later, this time Lisa's attitude was completely different from before. She not only made breakfast for Jack, but also offered to go hunting with him. At that moment, other villagers brought in the black yak meat. Knowing Jack's strength, they also acknowledged Jack, but when they saw Lisa so close to Jack, they immediately cast hostile looks. Then the two went hunting together. Lisa suggested trying to hunt magical beasts. Although there weren't many magical beasts here, she happened to be skilled at finding them. Of course, if they encountered an opponent they couldn't beat, she would use concealment magic to take Jack away. Following the trail of magic, the two found an earth dragon. Lisa immediately chickened out upon seeing it. She prepared to take Jack and run, but unexpectedly, Jack charged straight at it.
アルダは隠れていてくれ。硬いならば一撃でダメなら二撃三撃と繰り返すのが私の戦い方だ。
Jack hammered at it for 6 or 7 minutes, but the Earth Dragon didn't want to respond at all. During the continuous attacks, Jack's axe gradually broke down, but with just a thought from Jack, the axe completely restored itself. This was something he had once obtained on the battlefield. After killing a general from a neighboring country, it had a lion-shaped design and not only had high attack power, but could instantly repair itself even if damaged, and so Jack hammered from day to night. The Earth Dragon still hid in its shell and wouldn't come out, but Lisa was about to collapse. The Earth Dragon emitted miasma, which corroded the body even from a distance. Seeing this, Jack thought Lisa was freezing, so he decided to hammer once more and then take Lisa home.
これで終わりにするか。